What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. So I've had the iPad mini 6 since its release in 2021 and it's been my absolute favorite device product by far. I love using this. But what I couldn't find up until now, well, at least we're gonna try it in this video, is a wireless keyboard case that Apple has not released because there's no Magic Keyboard for the iPad mini 6. So I've always been on Amazon looking for wireless keyboards, and I came across the Doku wireless Magic Keyboard case, and I went ahead and bought this to try it out on the iPad mini 6. And I'm gonna share my thoughts about it. Let's dive right in. All right, so let's put the iPad mini 6 aside. Let's take a look. So it's got a nice packaging to it. So it's the Doku wireless Magic Keyboard case, designing a wireless magnetic keyboard with a trackpad for the 8.3-inch iPad. It can bring you a comfortable typing experience anytime. Well, I mean, I don't know how it is typing with this, mainly because like smaller keyboards are really hard to type on, but opening it up, we're getting the keyboard case, which first impressions without picking it up, it does look pretty premium. And it is kind of thick, but let's put this aside for just right now. We do get a manual, which I hope, okay, there we go, user manual, which is in English. So there's that. And the reason why I went ahead and picked this one up is because, well, first of all, it looked pretty cool, but also it has a 7-color wireless backlit keyboard and a 360-degree rotatable keyboard. So that's always a plus. Some other good features that you'll be getting with this is going to be shortcuts with those 7-color backlit keyboards. And it's a smart touchpad keyboard, so you're going to be getting a touchpad with this. But let's open this up, and it looks like this is the bottom. Looks like you're going to be getting some grips, so when you do kind of put it on the table, it's not going to move as easily. It's definitely not like the highest quality. It's got like a aluminum finish to it, or at least to it. It's not real aluminum. It's more of a plastic, and bringing it over, it's definitely got a solid opening to it. Let's move these. And first impressions, just looking at it just like that, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. The touchpad right here is clicky too. Obviously, I'm expecting the keyboard to be small. That makes sense because it's an iPad mini. But if you're on the go and you really need it, then I guess it'll work. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the iPad mini 6 and just gonna slide it just like that. And there we go. So we got the iPad mini 6 right in there. Let's go ahead and set this up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got this set up, and I'm actually gonna turn off the lights real quick, just so I can show you the backlit keypad. So here we go. There's the color that I'm using. I'm gonna change it. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the one that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna turn the lights back on. Now, setting up was pretty easy. It's just through Bluetooth. But if I'm gonna carry this with me to like my local Starbucks, whoops, there's Apple Pencil. It's pretty easy to, there's no covering for the Apple Pencil, which I don't like. I kind of wish there was, just to protect it, because it can fall off. It is a little hefty, and that does make sense. This keyboard itself, USB-C, which I'm an absolute fan of, mainly because a wireless keyboard that I used to use with the iPad mini last year was micro USB. And I didn't like carrying an extra cable, so I just stopped using it completely. So it's good to see USB-C on this wireless keyboard. Now, let's pull it open. So if you try to bring it down too far, obviously, the weight of the iPad is too much, so it's gonna fall. So you wanna use it at an angle. But the one thing I like about it is, let's say you don't wanna use it. I mean, obviously, one thing you can do is take it out, and it's very easy to take it out and slide it back in. But if I don't want to use, if I still want to use it without taking it out, it has a rotatable hinge. Just go like that, and I'm all set to go. Okay, so let's say I'm going to use the keyboard. I'm mainly probably going to use it for medium, But in the meantime, let's look up youtube.com/MTG Productions if I can, because obviously the keyboard, I'm used to a larger keyboard and this is just a little bit smaller, but for the most part it gets the job done. And obviously you can see right there, iPad mini 6 in 2023, my thoughts. So if you haven't watched that video, it's on the channel, so be sure to check that out as well. For the most part though, it's not too bad. Obviously you have to kind of get used to the keyboard being much smaller, and don't expect to have really good quality with the keyboard and the touchpad itself. It's definitely not the greatest, and it's not, you know, swipe gesture based. So like I'm tapping normally, if I tapped on my MacBook or with a Magic trackpad, then it would work. But for this one, I actually physically have to like press on it. So there is that. But the fact that I can change the backlit keyboards or the keyboard with different colors is a huge plus. The fact that it has a rotatable hinge is also a huge plus. And for me, the biggest thing was USB-C. Now I can carry it with one cable. That's just all we need, right? Just one cable. But for the most part, I will be using this. I will be testing it. If you want to see a like 1 month later, just talking about this keyboard, let me know in the comments down below. Would I recommend this? Yes and no. I'd recommend it if you're looking for a full out like keyboard case that has a trackpad, then yes. And if iPad mini is your iPad and you want to use it on the go to write up documents and to use it for content consumption, this is it. I wouldn't recommend it if that's just not you. If you're not looking to use a keyboard or a trackpad with your iPad mini 6, then this is definitely not going to be for you. But in my case, it works. I'll be using this actually tomorrow at Starbucks. So, well, at the time of this recording, I'll be using it tomorrow at Starbucks. So there's that. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video. Links of these products will be in the description down below. Link to my latest wallpaper pack. It's called Retro. That's also in the link down below if you want to check that out. That's been for me, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.